Hey there YouTube, Roderick here, and today we're going to be making some shallow oil fried chicken nuggets. Uh, this is my personal recipe that I've come up with, and if you follow me over on Twitter, you'll have seen me trying to figure out exactly how I like these, what the best recipe is, and everything like that. I really wanted this to be a good air fryer recipe, but unfortunately it does taste a bit better if you do it in the shallow oil. Alright, so we're going to start by chopping the chicken into chunks. I'll do one breast. Oh, you can't really see me. Now you can see too much. Alright. So I've already cleaned this meat, so we're not going to be doing any of that today. That's a bit too long. So irregular pieces is perfectly fine. Small, big ones. Adds a good variety. Alright. Once I'm done with this one, we will do a bit of a time lapse as I work on the rest, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, next up we're going to bread these nuggets after making our custom seasoning. The way I do this, I typically, until recently, was doing it the same way I set up every other breaded chicken thing I do. And I don't know if this technique will work on bigger pieces. Actually, I kind of doubt it. But it works really well on small chunks like chicken nuggets. Some of you might notice I do take a deep breath while I'm working and cutting constantly. That's to be aware of any foul odors in the food. If there's anything wrong with it, then I'll just toss that entire batch. So first we got our super hot cayenne pepper. We've got our ground cumin. You got garlic powder. Turmeric. I always say that wrong. And coriander. I probably use about a tablespoon apiece for the entire batch here. About 2 teaspoons each of salt and pepper on average. Alright, so we're going to shake that directly over the raw chicken and knead that in. As you can see, there's a little excess. I probably could have used less. So at this point, I started heating up my pans with a shallow, very shallow layer of oil, just enough to coat the bottom with a little excess. Alright. Next up, I'm going to take 3 large to extra large eggs. I get mine from a farm, so it's hard to get an exact measure for you guys. But they're a little bigger than the largest, so I'd say extra. Alright. Next, we add the milk. And blend. We're using the fork so we don't over whip the egg, and we're blending only until we have even coloration. Alright. Now I discovered this entirely by accident the other day while I was prepping some nuggets. I was just doing so many, the flour on one hand and the egg yolk on the other just started automatically doing this for me. So I did a test batch and it came out excellent. So we're going to pour that egg yolk or mixture right in here, and then we're going to knead it again into the flour mixture. We're going to mix it around until we can't find any more dry spots. As you can see, take a look at my hand, you see how just sticky and thick that is. It's like just basically edible glue right now. We're going to use that to coat the nuggets. Alright, so today we're using the Delalo breadcrumbs, plain style. I apologize if I did not pronounce that properly, but it is what it is. We're going to finish off this canister today. Alright, so we're going to use our wet dry technique. Ooh. These fellas aren't fully separated. Alright, so wet hand, left hand. Oh, that is much stickier. So this, I feel, saves a heck of a lot of time, and if it works on larger pieces, I'll have to test that out in the future. I'll definitely do a video on that too. But it's definitely a less time-consuming method than the one I've learned in the kitchen of commercial places, Italian restaurants, pubs. Worked a lot of kitchens in my day. All right, and just take a look at that volume. As you can see, it's just been about 15 minutes in real time, minus all the time you guys saved from the time lapses, and we've already coated and prepped all of this. I'm going to jump over to the stove. It should be nice and hot for me, and we'll see how long that takes. All right, let's get started. Now we've got these pans heated up nice. You can feel the heat from up here. That's a good sign. You should hear a nice crackle and sizzle when I put this in. Oh, not as much as I thought, actually. It is rather hot, though. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of oil in there, but it's more than plenty, and we'll add more if we need more. Keep the olive oil on hand, or whatever oil you prefer the taste of. Really, that's the big thing. If you like peanut oil or anything else like that, go ahead and use that. You know, short of anybody having allergies there. I'm making these in bulk today, so I have enough to get me through a couple meals. But if you're just making one dinner, you wouldn't need nearly this much. Just 1 or 2 chicken breasts should feed your, a whole group of people. Actually, this entire bunch is 3. All right, I'm going to start time lapsing from here so you guys can just, see what's going on. right, as you can see, we've got an absolutely huge pile of the nuggets pre-cooked right here. And all that took was about 45 minutes start to finish. That's starting cutting the chicken, battering it, and frying it, and that's quite a bit. You don't need anywhere near that much for a meal. This should last me a couple days. All right, have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and if you have any interest in keeping up to speed with the videos that I'm working on in the background, you can always check out my Twitter channel. I'll put a link down in the description. Thanks for watching.